Hey guys, tonight we're drifting back into the Middle Ages, a time when life was loud, smelly, and far more dramatic than anyone without running water had the right to be. So settle in, dim the lights, and let's slowly drift into the strange, quiet world of medieval executioners' families. Because yes, even the man who spent his day swinging an axe still went home to a household with chores, gossip, and children who absolutely did not choose this lifestyle. Executioners were treated like human fire alarms, necessary but socially radioactive, and towns usually tucked them into tiny houses on the very edge of the walls, basically saying, "Thanks for your service, please stay over there." And because medieval people loved labeling entire families forever, the wives, sons, and daughters were considered unclean too, even though most of them never chopped anything except bread. Since nobody wanted to trade with them, executioners' families had to be creative, and that's where their secret jobs begin. One of the most surprising roles they held was medical work, because somehow medieval people believed executioners had special healing knowledge, and honestly, after spending your day examining bodies, you probably did learn something. So executioners' wives often acted as informal nurses, selling ointments, stitching wounds, setting bones, and diagnosing half the town's mysterious rashes like very reluctant medieval pharmacists living next to the gallows. Another common job was animal handling. So executioner households managed town kennels, cared for stray dogs and pigs, and dealt with whatever wandered through filthy medieval streets, which wasn't glamorous, but definitely paid better than people pretending not to look at them in public. They also handled garbage and waste management because in the medieval mind, everything unpleasant automatically belonged to the same category. So executions, trash, cesspits, and animal carcasses were all politely handed off to the same unlucky family, and executioners' sons grew up hauling waste, scraping streets, and keeping the town from smelling even worse than it usually did. Some even became butchers, because once you show you can cut one thing cleanly, medieval people assume you can cut everything cleanly, and honestly, that logic checks out. So while society loudly pretended to hate executioners, they quietly depended on their families for healing, sanitation, animal control, and meat, creating a strange little ecosystem where the most shunned people kept the entire town running. And that's our gentle drift through medieval weirdness tonight. So rest well and maybe appreciate your local sanitation worker, butcher, and veterinarian a little more, because at least they don't have to live next to a gallows.